Now at 5, multiple people dead after explosion rocks military explosives plant in Tennessee. Plus, local students prove disabilities don't limit their climbing abilities. And
end of their 2-year war. I'm Erica Brown with more on the agreement and how the White House is responding.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We lead off with breaking news out of Humphreys County, Tennessee. At least 19 people are unaccounted for following an explosion at a Tennessee explosives manufacturer. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Anthony Saviello. The explosion that took place just before 8 a.m. this morning at Accurate Energetic Systems southwest of Nashville damaged vehicles and left charred debris at the site. The blast shook homes miles away. The local sheriff says the scene is now secure, but warned residents might hear smaller explosions.
We got a very big investigation. This is not going to be something that we're going to be like a car wreck or something like that we're just going to clean up the debris and leave. We're going to probably be here for a few days.
The company's website says the business develops, manufactures, handles, and stores products and explosives for military, aerospace, and commercial demolition usage. Blind students conquer heights on a challenging ropes course today. Blind and low vision students put their climbing skills to the test at the Greenbush Education Services Girard campus. With the help of the Greenbush staff, K through 12 students from across southeast Kansas worked together to tackle a ropes course with a series of obstacles. The event celebrates White Cane Day, which is next Wednesday, October 15th.
There's that initial hesitation to try something new, and then there's also, just the basic fear of heights, stuff like that they have to overcome and learn to trust not only their instructors, but trust each other and really take that encouragement and run with it.
Greenbush continues to provide services for special education students through a combination of educational programs and physical activity. Their mission is to prepare students as well as possible for successful adult lives. Reports of bear attacks near the 4 states area has state park goers somewhat shaken. Black bears in Missouri are on the move, and the Missouri Department of Conservation is reminding everyone to be bear wise. The state's black bear population is growing at a rate of about 9% a year, with an estimated 8,000 bears now calling Missouri home. This time of year, bears are in a feeding frenzy, consuming up to 30,000 calories a day as they prepare for winter. They are mainly searching for acorns, roots, insects, and anything else they can find, which can sometimes lead them into neighborhoods, campsites, or hiking areas.
When you're camping or hiking and you encounter a bear, you should try to leave the bear an escape route. That's one thing you need to do, because you got to remember that bear doesn't want to be around you any more than you probably want to be around it. Don't be afraid to try to scare it away.
The department urges residents to keep trash secure, remove pet food outdoors, and give bears plenty of space if you spot one. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney.
Well, for the most part, this nice evening weather temperatures by kickoff in the mid-70s, by the fourth quarter, upper 60s. We're not really seeing any more rain chances, though we could get another hit and miss shower there by Saturday early morning. Outside of that, back to just mild weather for the weekend. Now, we are still seeing a couple of these isolated storms that are lingering. Now, the Joplin area is about to get just some light sprinkles out there, moving south of Coffeyville and Lenapaw. Some showers are moving out of the area as well. And most of these completely out of the region in the next 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then we're back to partly cloudy skies for the rest of the night. Temperatures today only hit mid-70s because of the rain and overcast skies. And as for the rest of the weekend, we're going to be in the 80s. I'll have all those details coming up.
Lindsay, thanks. An historic peace deal between Israel and Hamas is one step closer to becoming a reality. If it holds, it will mean the end of fighting after more than 2 years of war in Gaza. Erica Brown has more details from the White House.
Celebrations erupted in Tel Aviv's Hostage Square at the news of a deal between Israel and Hamas that could lead to an end to the 2-year war and bring all Israeli hostages, both living and dead, home.
We are fighting for that moment for 2 years and 2 days, 734 days, to bring about the release of our loved ones. It is happening. It looks like it is happening.
In Gaza, Palestinians who were driven from their homes during the war are now hopeful they can return and rebuild. The plan calls for Israel to pull back troops from parts of Gaza and then for Hamas to release the hostages. In Egypt, Israel and Hamas signed a deal Thursday in what the White House calls Phase 1 of a peace plan proposed by President Trump.
We ended the war in Gaza and really, on a much bigger basis, created peace. And I think it's going to be a lasting peace, hopefully an everlasting peace.
President Trump called the deal a momentous breakthrough in the Middle East and says he expects the hostages to be released as soon as Monday or Tuesday.
Thank you.
The president spoke with Israeli hostage family members earlier in the day.
The one woman talked about her baby. Her baby's 25 years old, but, you know, to her it's her baby. And we're bringing them home.
Now the president is planning a trip to Egypt to attend a signing ceremony before continuing on to Israel. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
During a phone call, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu invited President Trump to speak before his country's legislative body, the Knesset. National Guard troops were seen patrolling in Memphis for the first time on Friday as part of Donald Trump's federal task force, which faces multiple legal challenges. At least 9 National Guard troops began their patrol at the Bass Pro Shops located at the Pyramid, an iconic landmark in Memphis. They were being escorted by a Memphis police officer and posed for photos with visitors who were standing outside. It was unclear how many Guard members were on the ground or were expected to arrive later. Still ahead, today is Mental Health Day around the world.
Boosting mental health one conversation at a time. I'm Tina Kraus with a British man's mission to get his mates to share more than just a beer.
Also happening in Health Watch, galleries stay open for, you guessed it, World Mental Health Day with free art activities and drop-in stations. Topping today's Health Watch, it's World Mental Health Day, and across the globe, efforts are underway to raise awareness and keep people safe. In Britain, one man is inspiring others to start life-changing conversations. One mate at a time. CBS's Tina Kraus has the story.
Dave Scholes met Ian Carter on his first day of college in England. Ian was the life of the party, always there for his mates. So when he died by suicide years later, it was a devastating shock.
I got out of bed 7 years ago and said, right, I'm going to create a legacy for my mate and I'm going to save the world.
Scholes founded 6 Connections to encourage early chats about mental health.
And that might just be to say, look, we're doing okay at the moment, but if we're ever not, I'll be here for you. You be here for me, and we'll go through this stuff together.
Their tagline, real conversations powered by mates. Mates like Justine Bedford, serving a beer called Proper Natter at her pub to keep conversations flowing. For Americans, what is a natter?
It's a chat, so it's like a talk, so having a proper chat. So you can scan the QR code and it will take you to our website and it tells you all about 6 Connections. It gives you the mental health helplines as well.
We've created beer, we've created coffee, we've done tea, we've done this Powered by Mates merchandise.
It's all about spreading the word about support for mental health. 6 Connections trains businesses, charities, and schools to create safe spaces where people can open up.
People have reached out to me and said, you know, this kept my friend on the planet. Me having that conversation in the right place at the right time.
They've even opened a bar called Carter's, named after Scholes' late best mate.
You know, wouldn't it be brilliant if this weekend, everybody that saw this just went and connected with one of their friends. And they go and speak to 6, and they go and speak to 6, and they go and speak to 6.
Because Scholes believes if one chat can save a life, then 6 could change the world. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
6 Connections also created interactive soccer shirts with a QR code and that sends them around the world, so anyone who scans them can be instantly connected to mental health resources. Local galleries open with free activities for the whole community. World Mental Health Day today brought a creative twist to Joplin, as the Spiva Center for the Arts turned art making into a space for healing and reflection. Visitors spent time painting, drawing, and making bracelets, using creativity as a way to relax, unwind, and connect with others. Organizers say the event was a reminder that art can be a powerful tool for emotional wellness and self-care.
I am an artist, so I love dealing with emotions and expressing things through art, and I also do art therapy as well, which I really enjoy. And I also like doing stuff with Spiva and helping out with that, and it's really a very good bonding thing to do with other people, but also with art, and it makes me a lot more expressive and help a lot with my anxiety.
Organizers say moments like these are a reminder that mental health isn't about one day, it's about finding small ways to create, connect, and care for yourself. It's never too late to quit smoking, even for those who already have cancer. A Washington University School of Medicine study showed 2 years after cancer treatment, patients had a higher rate of survival if they went through a smoking cessation program during treatment. This was most effective among patients with late-stage cancer. Researchers hope the data provides motivation for patients to kick the habit. And more evidence that weight loss medications may also help treat alcohol and drug addiction. This is according to a new paper published in the Journal of the Endocrine Society. Researchers say early data shows GLP-1s impact a part of the nervous system that influences addictive behaviors, but they caution more and larger studies are needed to confirm how the treatments work. That's a look at today's health news. A little later, classic movies return to the big screen as theaters fight for audiences.
And we have a warmer weekend in store for us. I'll have those details coming up. We've had some rain chances today, but so far most of that is out of the region. We can go ahead and take a look at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. We are still dealing with some cloudy skies out there, as you can see. Some of those clouds look a little heavier, might produce some light showers, some sprinkles before they move out of the area, but for the most part, rain is out of here. Now, temperatures on Thursday got up to about 78, 79 degrees. Today, we only hit about 76 to 77 because of those overcast skies and the rain. Now, for the most part, we're going to be back into the 80s this weekend. 83 on Saturday, a little cloudier, especially as we start the day. 86 on Sunday, and it is going to be a bit more sunny. Now, we do still get some mild nights and mornings. I mean, maybe even a little bit of a cooler morning before we warm up for the day. Now, like I said, most of the rain is out of the area. We are seeing most of those start to taper off. Could still see maybe a little bit of some sprinkles going on in Joplin, and then also just moving into Oklahoma. Now, outside near Nowata, Bartlesville, that's all going to be out of our area, and then out to the west of Cassville, maybe a little bit of heavier rain. But again, mostly we're just dealing with these partly cloudy skies for the rest of the evening. Temperatures dropping back down through the 70s pretty quickly into the upper 60s. So overall, a nice looking night. Now, we are going to see a few more clouds start to push into the area as we head through this evening. We're getting partly cloudy skies tonight, mostly cloudy skies overnight and heading into Saturday morning. Now, this is now about 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Most of the clouds covering our area. So when we start our day, it is going to be cloudy, but by early afternoon, it all breaks apart. Our next chance of rain won't be until Monday. So we have a low pressure system up to the north of us. It brings a weak cold front, so we might see temperatures drop for the day. Not really sustainable, but we are going to see isolated storm chances there, especially in southeastern Kansas and even into Missouri north of I-44, which we'll look at in a moment. Then heading into Tuesday, might still get some isolated showers there as those storms pass. Our next chance of rain will be on Friday because of this low pressure system. As it moves out to the east, we're going to get another semi-weak cold front. There it is, popping up there Friday evening and into early Saturday morning. Again, not seeing a ton of accumulation for all of us, but we could still get some storms. So here we are Monday morning, some isolated showers ahead of that first front that moves in. Now we do get a few storms. This is our long range model. Most likely this is going to be pushed a little bit further south. So anywhere north of I-44 could be seeing some rain chances on Monday. Tuesday's looking okay. Could get an isolated shower or two. Wednesday's looking nice, same as Thursday. And then our next chance of rain again will be on Friday as that weak cold front passes. Unfortunately, none of these cold fronts this week, Monday or Friday, are going to be enough to bring down temperatures for a long period of time, but they are just the beginning. Give it about 12 to 15 more days, and we're seeing two pretty low pressure systems, pretty deep lows that are going to be dropping our temperatures way more consistently, with our first frost still estimated around, give or take a few days, the 25th of October.
Fingers crossed.
Yep, I agree.
I'm doing it the whole forecast. So
Okay.
right here.
All right.
Fingers crossed.
Let's see if it works.
Thanks. All right. Thanks, Lindsay. Coming up, Hollywood hits get a second act as movie theaters struggle. Topping today's Consumer Watch, move over Marvel. What's old is new again when it comes to the big screen, as more Americans are opting to watch movies from the comfort of their home. Theaters are heading back to the archives to sell tickets. Gwen Baumgartner reports from Los Angeles.
The lines are unforgettable.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
The characters iconic.
I am Dorothy.
More and more Hollywood classics are getting a second act.
I'll be back.
The old box office hits are returning to theaters in a new bid to sell more seats.
This is a big shift this year.
J.D. Connor is a cinema professor at USC.
Movie theaters are trying everything. Discount Wednesdays, the loyalty programs, all these things seem to be moving the needle, but the revival screenings where they can guarantee a pretty full house, that seems to be working a lot.
Hollywood's TCL Chinese Theater is showing Apollo 13, marking its 30th anniversary. Jim came for the matinee.
I'm retired now, so I can go whenever I want.
Avatar and Toy Story are back on nearby screens, and not just for the sake of nostalgia.
Houston, we have a problem.
Movie theaters are struggling to find content.
Runtimes have drastically shortened.
AMC CEO Adam Aron says a typical new release used to run in theaters about 74 days. Post-pandemic, that shrunk to about 45. And if the studio sees a flop, they might pull it after just 17 days. That leaves a pretty wide opening for new audiences to see the greats gathering dust on the shelf in their big screen glory.
The experience is just totally different.
Yeah.
So I wish they would bring more movies back.
Bringing the classics back to the future.
You kids are going to love it.
Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Christie's auctions a piece of American history, Muhammad Ali's draft card from 1967. The card bears the signature of the draft board chairman, but notably lacks Ali's signature. Ali's refusal to join the army for the Vietnam War cost him his boxing titles and prime career years. The historic document comes directly from Ali's descendants and carries an estimate of $3 to $5 million. Ali's daughter says the sale shares her father's message of courage and conviction with the world. The online auction runs through October 28th. Philadelphia Cream Cheese launches 2 new holiday products to make seasonal hosting easier. The brand introduces its first ever frozen cheesecake in original and strawberry swirl flavors. The pre-sliced desserts require no baking, just thaw and serve. Philadelphia also debuts cinnamon cream cheese frosting after selling nearly 1 million units of its original frosting last year. Both products are now rolling out to retailers nationwide. The company says the innovations give hosts more convenient ways to serve holiday favorites. Final check of the forecast next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, an interview with Venezuela's Iron Lady, who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize today. Then on KOAM News at 6, Neosho gets a new police chief, plus celebrating World Mental Health Day with art, and in sports, a preview to tonight's high school football games. Those stories and more tonight on KOAM News at 6. Shaping up to be a pretty okay night for high school football, yeah?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we had some showers earlier, but overall tonight's looking good. Warmer for the weekend into the 80s. Overnight lows in the 60s. Next chance of rain won't be until Monday.
We'll take it when it comes, though, for sure. That's our time for tonight. We're right back here at 6 after the CBS Evening News. Have a great evening.